Hello everyone, and welcome to This Explainer. We're about to embark on a journey into one of the most mesmerizing, unfathomable, and frankly, completely intimidating ecosystems on our entire planet, the Amazon rainforest. We're going to break down its sheer, unbelievable scale, its beautiful but sometimes fatal wildlife, and some truly ancient mysteries. So get comfortable, because we're kicking things off with a mind-blowing statistic that connects this distant, wild jungle directly to you right at this very second. Go ahead and take a deep breath. Right now, 20%, literally 1/5 of the very oxygen in your lungs comes directly from the Amazon. This massive ecosystem acts as the lungs of our planet, right? It absorbs the carbon dioxide polluting our atmosphere and graciously pumps back pure, breathable oxygen. And it pulls this off using a staggering workforce of 400 billion trees. It's an absolutely breathtaking exchange. But to truly grasp how a single forest can produce 20% of our world's oxygen, we really have to look at its size.
Section 1. The massive green giant, scaling the world's largest rainforest. 5.5 million square kilometers. The Amazon spreads its roots across a massive swath of South America, starting in Venezuela and sprawling all the way through Colombia, Guyana, Brazil, Peru, and Bolivia. To put this monstrous 5.5 million square kilometer footprint into perspective, this forest is large enough to swallow the entire United Kingdom many times over. The border of the Amazon stretches for a staggering 9,500 kilometers. Imagine driving the entire distance between Mumbai and New Delhi, or say from Karachi to Islamabad. Now, imagine making that exhausting road trip 7 complete times. That is the distance you would have to travel just to walk the outer edge of this green giant. Actually, stepping inside those borders, though, well, that is an intense sensory experience. I mean, they don't call it a rainforest for nothing, right? It rarely goes a week without intense downpours, but the canopy of trees overhead is so incredibly thick and dense that it completely blocks out the sun, plunging the forest floor into this perpetual, eerie darkness even in the middle of the day. When those heavy rains fall, the foliage is literally so impenetrable, it takes a full 10 minutes for a single raindrop to finally navigate its way through the leaves and hit the darkened soil below. Because of this constant rain and hyper-isolated environment, the Amazon has become an unparalleled factory of life. The numbers are just staggering: 40,000 distinct plant species, 1,300 types of birds, and 2,500 different species of fish. Add to that 427 mammals, 380 bizarre reptiles, and an absolutely astonishing 2.5 million different species of insects. These aren't just your everyday animals. These are highly specialized creatures found nowhere else on Earth. Section 2. Bizarre and deadly wildlife. The beautiful and the fatal. So, let's descend into that dark canopy and meet the locals, starting with the undisputed apex predator of the jungle, the green anaconda. This is the largest snake in the world, renowned for its massive size and crushing power. It is the absolute king of the Amazon's undergrowth, and its capabilities are, well, they're truly terrifying. These massive reptiles can grow to 30 feet in length and weigh a colossal 250 kilograms. When a green anaconda strikes, it doesn't chew, it swallows its prey whole in a single fatal motion. We are talking about swallowing wild pigs and deer entirely. They even have the capability to swallow animals as fiercely large as tigers. And you want to know something crazy? No one actually knows how many of these massive snakes exist in the Amazon, simply because no researcher is brave enough to go deep enough into their territory to count them.
From a giant reptile to a microscopic marvel, we have the glass frog. It's a highly unique amphibian famous for a defense mechanism that genuinely sounds like science fiction: completely translucent skin. Remember those high school biology class dissections? Well, this frog requires no scalpel to see its insides. Because its skin is completely clear, you can look right through its belly and see its internal organs functioning in real time. You can literally watch its tiny heart beating, see its lungs inflating, spot its liver, and even trace the blood flowing through its tiny arteries. It's a beautiful, fragile wonder of nature. But hey, do not let the delicate frogs fool you into a false sense of security. Let me introduce you to this tiny terror, the bullet ant. It's the largest ant in the world, measuring about 4 centimeters long. But it isn't its size that makes it famous. It's heavily infamous for delivering the most agonizing stinging in the entire insect kingdom.
A single bite from this tiny 4-centimeter insect induces severe, potentially fatal agony. The pain is so excruciating and sudden that victims have universally compared it to the sensation of being shot with a real bullet, hence the name. It perfectly captures the dangerous juxtaposition of the Amazon. Sometimes the absolutely smallest things can drop you the fastest.
Section 3. The mighty Amazon River. Unfathomable flow and fearsome dangers. The sheer volume of water moving through this river is almost impossible to imagine. The Indus River, a massive waterway in its own right, pushes about 7,000 cubic meters of water into the ocean every single second. The Amazon River, try 219,000 cubic meters per second. To put that in perspective, the Amazon pours enough water in 1 single second to completely fill the world's largest swimming pool in Egypt. If you combine the water flow of the top 10 rivers in the world, the Amazon would still easily dwarf them all.
Because human presence is so scarce, this massive river is just teeming with bizarre and fearsome aquatic life. First up, the pink dolphins. Now, don't let the cute name fool you. These are 9-foot-long, 200-kilogram predators. They have massive brains, they are highly intelligent, and unlike their friendly ocean cousins, these specific dolphins are known to actively attack humans. Then you've got the electric eel. This creature weaponizes electricity, emitting a staggering 860-volt shock. That is enough voltage to cause a complete nervous system breakdown, killing an adult human instantly and even knocking out crocodiles that are 100 times their size in a single flash of current.
Knowing what's hiding in the water makes this next fact completely insane. Back in 2007, a marathon swimmer named Martin Strel decided he was going to conquer the Amazon River. He swam for 10 hours a day for 66 straight days to set a world record. But how on earth did he survive the wildlife? Well, his support boat traveled ahead of him, frantically throwing chunks of raw meat into the river on both sides to distract the electric eels, sharks, and crocodiles so Martin could safely swim right through the middle. Just unbelievable. Section 4. Secrets of the Rainforest. Boiling Waters and Ancient Mysteries.
Deep in the Peruvian section of the Amazon, there's a 6.5-kilometer stretch of river that completely defies explanation. The water temperature reaches up to 97 degrees Celsius, which is nearly the boiling point of water. It is literally a boiling river, just pumping out thick steam. The water is so inexplicably hot that any unfortunate animal that falls in is boiled alive. And the craziest part of it all, scientists to this day still do not know the actual source of this intense heat. It remains a total geographical anomaly.
But the mysteries aren't just geographical. They're deeply human as well. This vast 5.5 million square kilometer expanse is home to approximately 600 isolated indigenous tribes. These are entire communities hunting, living, and surviving entirely off the grid. What's truly fascinating is that several of these tribes have never had a single interaction with the outside world. To them, our modern civilization just doesn't exist. When they have accidentally encountered modern outsiders, or even aircraft flying overhead, they react as if alien beings have just descended from another planet.
But the most compelling mystery of all has only recently been uncovered, thanks to modern satellite imagery. Looking down from space, researchers have discovered over 300 massive, perfectly carved geometric shapes etched directly into the forest floor. These are called geoglyphs. They're carved with incredible precision, and some of them span over 1.5 kilometers wide. They are so impossibly massive that if you were standing right in the middle of one, you wouldn't even realize you were inside a giant carving.
And that leaves us with this final, profound question. Who built them and why? Was there an advanced, ancient human civilization thriving here thousands of years ago, intricately carving the earth for some purpose lost to time? Or as some theorists wildly speculate, did otherworldly beings leave their massive marks in the impenetrable jungle? We simply have no information. The Amazon rainforest guards its secrets fiercely. It gives us the very oxygen we breathe, yet remains one of the most unknown, dangerous, and captivating frontiers on Earth. What do you think is hiding in the deep dark of the Amazon? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. I really hope it sparked your curiosity, and keep questioning the incredible world around you.